Hey. Can y'all see me? Is it frozen? Lord, I can't stand Apple, man. I'm here, I promise. Pause. I'm here. It's freezing. Lord have mercy, man. Something always happening with my streams. Lord. Something's always happening to my stream. Hey, y'all. Nice to see you. Hey, I know this is a spur of the moment thing, but I'm doing it. You know, it's Uncle T doing this thing. Whatever. I just got through watching that Last of Us thing, man. And oh man, it was trash. I can't stand the show. I'm gonna let people, trickle in here. Hey, it might be me, it might be nobody. Rockefeller's gonna join us. I can't see nobody in the chat, man. But whatever. If y'all come in, y'all come in. You see on age, man. I'm starting to look my age now. See, I told you, man, when I don't cut my hair, it's way back there. Look crazy. I told you I don't look young, and I'll put no special treatment to my face, just some good old-fashioned sleep, man. I'm trying to let my chicken strips grow back. We got Rockefeller in the house. What's up, Rockefeller?
What's going on, player?
How you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm loving the title. I saw it. I didn't even realize. I got a little bit of rest in because the weekend, the Memorial Day. And I woke up and I saw your title. I was like, oh, I'm about an hour behind, huh? It's the finale tonight, wasn't it?
No, this is episode 7, I think.
Is there 8 episodes in? I thought they were only going to do 7 episodes. Okay, there's another episode?
Really?
Yeah, because there's 3. I thought it was only 7. I thought it was maybe because I thought this was the last week for some reason.
They generally do 8. They generally do 8, but I'm so done with the show, man. I ain't playing video games, man. I can't play video games because they give me nauseous. I get nauseous playing them, even watching them, and I get like because of the motion sickness, man. I'm just I couldn't be a pilot. Huh?
They're not for everybody.
They're not for everybody, man. Like I stopped at Gyro Mite and Super Mario Brothers. Jeez, man.
But what's funny is I went and played it on my gaming channel this weekend, just so we can have some comparison to show people what it's like. The difference is night and day. The music score is phenomenal. The compressed dialogue, the way it's presented, like the actor, the girl Ashley Johnson, she does like a small part in the first Avengers film. She's like the little girl at the end that Captain America saves with the baby. She's like, Captain America saved me. That's the girl that plays Ellie. Fantastic acting. It's this show. Great. It's a woke propaganda tool.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Great example. When we were playing, we go into Seattle day one. There's a huge, when you go to the courthouse, enormous American flag. You're at the courthouse. Enormous American flag. Wow. Beautiful scene. You walk, it's like, whoa, gorgeous. Like 4K, beautiful. But in the show, guess what they removed? There's no American flag in the show. And there's 4, you know what? Because they literally took a game that was already woke and tried to Hollywood the hell out of it. And you didn't have to do it. You could have shot it and been woke enough. Me and Sci-Fax last week were watching this. I mean, it was like directed by Neil Druckmann, like the episode with the museum, probably the best one of the season but up until then, we basically have checked out of this show, man. It's HBO's Hollywood version of something that's already woke enough you don't really need,
The girl, man, she's so look, this is my problem with Hollywood. And Derek will tell you this, man. I've been saying this since 2015, 16. They have no succession plan on making people look like adults. The men don't look like men. The girls don't look like girls. Like the girls don't look like women. They look like little girls. And it's hard to take their acting serious when you're looking in front of you. The car that they're trying to sell me it's not an SUV, but you're trying to tell me this is an SUV. I need an SUV, but you're selling me a Pinto. Like it's really, really bad. And the acting is subpar, man. Like this episode, this girl is crying every fucking time. I'm like, are she on her fucking period? What the fuck is happening here? She just constantly crying. And I'm like, I'm supposed to take her serious. How do you cry and get lucky? How does that work? You cry, get all those luck tears?
I haven't watched this episode, so I don't know what you're talking about crying. I know, but I have found something out that I think was a bad decision in this creative. I've heard you referred to Isabella Merced as Dora the Explorer looking chick too many times. I'm like, why does he always say that? I didn't know she literally played Dora the Explorer in the movie. So going to like this like really sexualized feminine character, I've only seen her. This is my first time. I'm like, she's definitely doing a good job as playing Dina. But anybody who's seen her as Dora the Explorer previous to this isn't going to give her a chance, because you're seeing her as a completely different kind of character. It's probably off-putting to a lot of the audience if they have seen that movie.
Look, I'm not going to take her seriously as Hawk Girl. I'm going to take her seriously, and she doesn't exude adult femininity.
She's not. The character's not supposed to. She's supposed to be a dyke that's promiscuous.
I'm just saying,
and
period in general.
Yeah,
I've seen her in photos. I've seen her in all these other things. She does not exude femininity where I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I'm not checked. Hey, Tay, what's up? Been a long time. I'm doing good. Hope you having a great Memorial Day. Tay is in the house. Hey, Tay in the place to bang. Look,
we're doing good besides this Last of Us season. That's all.
Yeah, this Last of Us season is awful, man. To me, it's not engaged. She's not. I didn't play the video game, but their acting is subpar, man. Hollywood has a problem with new age actors, man. They don't have range. Where I'm like, For a minute there, they were doing good, right? But they don't have the kind of American actors don't have what's on display. She is. When I mean she's bad in this episode, man, she's bad. I missed you too, Tay. Oh God, man.
Yeah, they're not very seasoned actors. Most actors from when me and you were young were actual stage performers, Broadway thespians, to where if they had to do this show that we just saw on Broadway tomorrow, not a problem. They've rehearsed this 13 times and done it behind stage like it's a mission, like the military did. When we were younger, people prepped and were more engaged into their craft. Now watching these younger kids come into these acting jobs, I hate saying it, you don't play the game, but I teared up about 4 times this Saturday in 2 hours playing this game. And everybody in my chat's with me. W win, Rock. This game is awesome. I'm like, phenomenal. How do you take something of the source material this fantastic? Let's say it's 100 the game, right? And then now we're just trying to transport it over to live action and make it a 20. If I'm a nice day when I'm feeling okay, I'll give you a 35. You drop, they do that with everything. The Marvel comics, you can literally take the Marvel comics, the same exact dialogue, shot for shot, make it in real life, awesome CGI graphic AI, same dialogue, and have Robert Downey Jr. say, "And I am Iron Man." Just present it right. You don't have to write. It's already there. But instead of I am Iron Man, I am Iron Person. Because they'd be pushing some agenda. They had to change it for that reason. You know what I mean? Well, Iron Man, why can't Iron be a person or a being?
But this
Disney
show
would just change for no reason.
But this show is the show is very slow. It's slow and the acting isn't good enough you got freaking Jeffrey Wright in this thing.
Yeah.
It's not. Since when does he play uninteresting characters? He is very uninteresting in this. And you're just waiting for this climax that never comes, man. It's just look, Ellie cries fucking way too much.
It's funny you say that. That in the first game, very compressed, about 10 hours. So making an 8 episode of 10 hours, easy. I can knock 2 hours off. But in the second game, 40 hours long. To make it 8 episodes of that, you're drawn out. It's way too long, and you don't feel invested in the characters. The first season was fantastic, man. I give it that. Even shitty Ellie acting was overlooked by the Bill and remember Henry and Hank, the brother.
To me,
That was the best episode.
episode.
Dude, even not even that, the gay episode part 3 with Bill and Frank. I didn't care it was gay. It was a great and fantastic.
Great episode. Great.
They lost a lot of ingenuity, creativity. Just it feels bland. It feels like I'm eating just a fucking spoonful of mustard.
Right.
You know, I mean, mayonnaise.
I can respect that episode because it felt more like art and a perspective that you didn't see. Whereas when you see Ellie engage in who she's with old girl, it seems like a bunch of nonsense.
No art, no artistic vision of like, you know, like
this is very nonsensical. And the way it is, it's too much because you're like, how is this girl horny with all these things going on? Like, how is her hormones raised? She acts like a teenage boy instead of a feminine girl, right? And it's like you're not. And there's a point in this episode where you can feel how she feels like, I'm not going to beat the real thing. You're a man. You have the real thing. I can't beat that, but I respect that you like her. And but I love her. Now that one, that part I felt was cool. That was realistic. But the rest of it was just, I'm telling you, man, tears and luck. Tears, luck. Tears, luck. I'm relentless. And she's so hard-headed. And she's very hard on the eyes to look at. Because you're looking and saying, what in the world? Her acting was better in season 1. This is just like, without Joel.
It was less existent. There was less acting for her to act. And it was hidden behind, more Pedro Pascal puppet, being she was more of a supporting role instead of the lead,
Who I think is bisexual. I think he's bisexual in real life. They just don't want to put him out there because he's in some pretty
Pedro.
Oh yeah,
you see him licking that rainbow the other day.
Oh yeah, that's pause. That's a pause.
That was way too good. That wasn't no acting player. You've done that once or twice.
Right.
I don't want to say my brother's gay. That's how I know. Sure. Yeah.
I mean,
we've heard that before. I don't care, but that's exactly it. You have to nail these things. You can't be a regular dude that likes women, taking testosterone to get a nice body in Hollywood now, because you know what? That's not what we want.
They don't have, what they don't have? They don't have the engine. They don't have the same engine they used to, man. They blew the head gaskets. Pause. They blew the head gaskets in 2020 when the pandemic came out of nowhere, and they didn't have enough material to last because they thought, okay, this is going to be a 2-week thing. And instead it lasted for about a year and a half, and they didn't have enough material in the tank to compete with people entertaining on YouTube, Tubi, all these places that were ready to go. Boom. We are live. Just in case this happened, we're ready to go. And they haven't come back from that, man. You can see that from the ticket sales and just from the acting transition. Because
it's funny you saying that. They gave up on this season. Season 1, remember how you're saying they just have like an after show. People call in and have an after party. Remember when we were like, that's a great fucking idea? They did that for season 1. How come they stopped doing that for season 2? It was like The Last of Us, like late show, I think it was called. And after season 1, people calling, and they had like the actual actors talking about like how it's like similar to the game and recapping the show. Not this season. Well, they fucking knew it sucked.
They're not feedback driven, right? Which is a problem for America. I keep saying this, man. Customer service sucks, right? Thanks everybody for joining the chat. I love y'all, man. Thanks for coming in. Look, I'm telling you, no customer service, man. It's really going to hurt the next 10 to 15 years, man, because you got no service model to make people feel good about the money. So there's no customer appreciation. No customer appreciation. They're going to leave it up to AI. They're going to leave it to other things because they don't want people to engage with people because they don't have social skills. The generation below us and our kids' generation and below, they don't have social skills to deal with things, man, at all. And they're just avoidant of it. And you can see it on TV. You can see it in the movies, man. It's hard for me to believe these people are adults at 21, 25, and they look like little kids. I'm like, wait a minute, they're not even massive. They don't have broad shoulders. Like, come on.
The photo that DA had the other day with like the 12 chicks on it, well, 11, and they were like all like 25 years older. I was like, all of them chicks on there were like, at least I think one was like 24. All of them were like 25 plus. It was like, really? These bitches look like they're 15 years old, homie.
Right, man. They look like they're 15 years old, man.
Everyone was like 25 or older.
Right. How do you tell a girl? How do you tell a girl with a nice body, hey, look, don't get on OnlyFans. Don't make money for being pretty. They monopolize being pretty again. Pretty can get you paid in the privacy of your own home. Why would you want to go to work? Why would I want to suffer through traffic and all these things to make half the money, not even a fraction of the money I can make online, just shaking and being jiggly?
And the answer is dignity, ladies, because you want to have some self-respect and dignity.
No.
You know what? You don't have to be rich and famous as long as you have a little bit of self-respect to you. That's why.
That's the same way people treat me. I respect if you look. Oh,
it's a good problem to have, Taji. You know what I mean? Because eventually you're going to be older, looking younger. It's not a bad problem to have. It's just us as males look frowned upon walking around with somebody that appears to be 12 years old, even if you are 21.
Right.
You're like, man, look at man, he's robbing the cradle, he's Diddying over here. No, no, everybody. I'd have to walk around the sign like behind you without you noticing, like it says 21. You know,
I'm glad you brought up Diddy. I don't give a fuck about Diddy. Stop giving a fuck about that situation, man. That motherfucker wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. Don't give a fuck about them. Fuck them, man. Man, let him. I don't know what the fuck he did wrong, man, but apparently he did something wrong, man. Keep that shit over there, man. What the fuck? I don't give a fuck about him. Fuck him. But they put that shit in the social. They put that shit in the social atmosphere, man, and make people care. But man, he wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire, man.
Hell no,
man. Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here, dude. Come on, man. Let that man handle what he gonna handle, man. You know, just caking on. What'd you say, JWD? You're not pretty with caking on makeup and showing your body, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm not mad at those women getting money, man. I'm not mad. I don't find that offensive. I
wouldn't even go that far, JDW, because like Jeff Hayes hangs out with the side facts. If you work out and you're into that stuff, showing your body off and being proud of it is one thing. Now doing it promiscuously and for reason trying to, like, you know, you're throwing the hook, line, and sinker out there and you're doing it every night and you're degrading yourself. Being pretty is, you know, women, please dress gorgeous. I want you to. But you know what? When a man comes up to you and says, "What's up, baby? What you doing there? You was shaking?" Be like, "Excuse me. Don't talk that way. This is my boyfriend right here." You know, have some pride and dignity to yourselves as well. Nothing sexy than a woman telling a man off. This is my boyfriend right here. Back up. What the hell's the matter with you? We'll do it. Not a problem. But ain't nothing sexy than you stand up and doing it yourself. And I want you to look pretty. I don't want women to feel like they can't dress up nice. No, fucking hell no. Dress your ass up.
Pretty do be a lie. He said, JW.
Pretty do be a lie. Pretty be a lie.
It's a lie. It's a lie. Man, listen. I like natural beauty, man. I love a natural beauty. I love it, man. And I get that. That's what I like. The females are doing that for themselves, for self-confidence. So I gotta not be selfish in that moment and say, dang, but it's hard when you look at them sometimes and say, hey, you know, you look good. Like I heard a comedian say, hey man, a dude sitting around Friday night seeing you with your bonnet on and all that, you at your worst. That's when he think you're the prettiest, because he like, okay, I can deal with her. That's somebody I can talk to and relate to. But all the rest of that stuff is crazy, man. Like, I don't know, man. You know, when you watch Last of Us, none of them have on makeup. They just, some girls looking dirty, man. And like,
that's what's sexy about Dina in the game. She's like an everyday normal chick. She got a nice derriere. She doesn't wear makeup. I mean, they're in the fucking, you know, apocalypse, but she's a everyday average chick. And everybody's like, I know she's a dyke, but I mean, she does go both ways. And she got, you know, maybe the possibility. And, you know, that's what people turn on about her, is she's just a normal girl. You know what I mean? I see what Tay put in there. She's like, I'm a girl. She dresses up all the time. That's great. We want women to dress up all the time.
Hey, Joseph, we see you. Yeah, man. Look, I'm telling you, man, look, I don't like this season, man. I don't like what's going on. It's uninteresting, man. She's over the top, and I get that she's trying to save. She's given the material. But when they look like little girls, man, even Abby looks like a little girl, man. I don't respect that, man. No man is chasing after some woman that's like a little girl.
That scene's going to be uncomfortable in season 3. Apparently, season 3 is going to be all about Abby. She's a better actress, but there's going to be about 2. If they do it, which they might steer clear of because they haven't had like the Owen relationship, there's about 2 uncomfortable situations that the Abby actress is going to be. And you'd be like, oh, man, you can be vomiting, putting your finger down your throat.
Pause. Pause. This episode was basura. It's not good enough. It's not good enough of a storyline to make me say, man, I'm really engaged in this, man. It isn't, man. I would rather them do a story about something else. I see a dinosaur come out of nowhere. It just is boring, man. It's great set design. The set design is great. All the rest of that is cool, but it is just a boring story, man. And for her to cry every 5 minutes does not exude toughness to me. I don't get the Sigourney Weaver. If you could fucking make Demi Moore tough in G.I. Jane, you could do that to anybody. But these actresses, even when I was growing up, The Breakfast Club, they were teenagers, but they didn't look like teenagers. They look like, hey, man, there was a level up where you say, hey, man, I want to grow up and I want to look like them. Or you remember when people went to the prom, you're like, man, I'm 11 years old, man. I can't wait for my 5 years, man, that I could go to the prom and I could do my thing. You don't see that anymore. I don't know what's going on with the food. I don't know what's going on with any of this stuff, man. But there's no maturation process in even the looks of people, man. They just look. I look pretty young too. When I was like 16, I looked like I was 13, man. But when I hit 18, man, I got on the weights, man. I leveled up, man, and I started looking older and older. Now I look young because like black people somehow got the fountain of youth, you know what I mean, called diabetes. But hey, listen, I don't know what to tell you about that. When I grow my hair out, man, I look every bit of my age. But when I'm looking at these actors, man, they look so young, man. They're not young and good actors, man. The performances suck. They suck. I didn't go to the prom, Tay. Don't worry, we in it together. I didn't go to the prom. Mom wouldn't let me go to the after prom or anything. Wouldn't let me go. I told Rockefeller earlier I actually backed out of the game due to the father figure dying. Yeah, man, we gotta stop.
Yeah, JW was watching me play and we was talking about it. And he was watching me. So look. Last week episode, the museum. I want to showcase something before we get up on DA's thing. How we're talking about going from the games to the TV. Remember how I said they got the dialogue in the game that you can go shot for shot, just rip the dialogue and put it right in the TV. So when they go into the museum part, remember how they had like the planetary solar system? She turned around and goes, "Wow, it works." You remember that from last week's episode?
Right.
There's a really cool part in the game, when she does that, Joel goes, "My very elderly mother just made us nice pizzas." And Bella and Ellie goes, "Are you having a stroke or something?" "What? Are you having a stroke?" "No." "What the hell does that mean?"
Is she that obnoxious in the game? Is she that like
dude, and she's always dropping jokes like, why is it pushing the Solomon of envelope, because she's always cracking jokes. She's always, but you're her, and Joel's talking to you, trying to give you some like fatherly advice. So she's always just being a teenager. But that thing right there, my very elderly mother just made us nice pizzas, which is, what the hell does that mean? My Mercury, very Venus, elderly Earth, mother Mars. Oh, so basically it teaches kids all 9 fucking planets in the order of them, which people probably didn't hear in school. Something that's not only simple, that's fucking great dialogue, and also enhances the part when they're in the museum and she turns on the damn solar system. Nope, they didn't say that. I'm like, why would you overlook that entire part? If you played in the game, that part, besides the part where she actually gets in there and he says, in the spaceship and gives her the helmet and they listen to it and she pretend like she goes into space, are the 2 major parts of that. And they didn't utilize it. And I'm like,
what?
It's 4 to 5 second dialogue that, why wouldn't you use this shit? Perfect example, like when we talk about the Marvel comic books, there's such great dialogue in there that you can give it to one of these shit actors. And if they can't perform these basic 5-6 word lines, they can't do the job. You know what I mean? You don't have to give them 30 words to try to cover up their shit acting. It's, are you having a stroke or something? That's simple. No, my Mercury, very Venus, elderly Earth. Oh, he's trying to teach her something. That's why I brought you here on your birthday, your 14th birthday. Not only am I bringing you to go see a dinosaur.
14 in the game?
Just in the game. Yeah. Well, when you're doing that thing, it's a flashback because Joel dies in the beginning of the game. But then halfway through the game, you have a flashback to your birthday, and that's when you go to the museum. So he's trying to teach her things along the way and the audience. It's supposed to be a fun ride for everybody. You're learning things that you probably haven't learned, and they completely miss it. I mean, it's season 1. It's basically shot for shot. When Tess is in there getting like, and she says, the zombie, and she gets infected. Remember, and they were going out, set it straight, make one last chance, do what's right. It's basically word for word. There's like one word that's like twisted, and everything in season 1 is word verbatim dialogue. There's none of that shit in this season, and it's even when we get to Ellie, I'm pregnant. She goes, "What the fuck?" And Dina replies, "Don't worry, it's not yours." As a joke, because they're always joking with each other. You know what I mean? It's two friends. If I tell you, if we were gay all of a sudden and nobody knew T, and I was like, T, I'm pregnant, you'd be like, what the fuck? What? Don't worry, T, it's not yours. It's like an icebreaker for the game. You know what I mean? Obviously, women can't impregnate.
Why would you put that in a game? Why would you?
It's part, but why did they change it to be like, holy shit, I'm going to be a dad? It's already fucking woke and divisive enough. Why are you trying to wokeify it even fucking more? And it's better dialogue. They made shittier dialogue.
Man, look, the actors. What I'm looking at is not art. I'm not looking at anything that's art-wise. I'm not respecting the content that they're putting on. Yep. The scene and the sets around it, great, but the dialogue and just the we haven't seen the zombies in a couple episodes. Like, where are these zombies at? Where are the people that are?
Another big thing. This is a horror game. JWD would tell you. That's what I was complaining about this Saturday yesterday when I was playing it. When you die, she smashed her head in the ground. When you fucking shoot a zombie, boom! It's gory, it's graphic, it's scary. There's no jump scares in this. There's no her accidentally dying and waking up all of a sudden like, oh my god, it was just a nightmare. Fear of being fucking eaten or her throat ripped out. There's no gore. It's HBO. Where's the intensity? The gunfights, even when they have suck. It's not. From being a gory ass graphic first person shooter game, and I can walk. I walk these zombies, and then when they're dead, bam, blow their head off with a shotgun. As JW, I'll do nonstop. Everybody, I triple tapped everybody Saturday. Bam, he has no head. Bam, he blow his leg off. Bam, he blow his leg off. Move on to the next one. Bam, none of that. When you it's
so uninteresting, man. It's what you're describing. I want to see.
You want to see,
but what I'm seeing on HBO Max is not good. It's not
the
good.
Game.
It's so unappealing, man, because they got a real opportunity to do something really good. When you got these female-led characters, they have an opportunity to really change the landscape of how you view video games and just zombie movies. But it just seems weird, man. It's so weird. It's not done in a way that it's not HBO quality this season to me. It's not. HBO presents all kind of quality, man. And you can't afford to have bad episodes when you're doing 8 episode seasons. And it takes you a year and a half to produce a new season. People's interest falls off. They're like, I'm not into this, dude. I don't want. Look, how many remakes did they do of shows that we liked in the 80s that when they came back, they didn't work? Knight Rider, freaking a lot of shows, man, that were awesome in the 80s. They tried to bring back that are terrible. You know, a show that I felt like they should have brought, and NBC, well, Sony owns this, but they should have did a Ghostbusters series. They should have did a Ghostbusters TV series. In the transition time between now and then, it would have been great. And you put it on Netflix, that thing would have been #1 because people are interested in it. You do the cartoon Ghostbusters and you do this. You have to do both, man. You don't have the marketing arm you used to have. It's not as strong. Like, why? I want to sit and tell. Emily, what's up? I can't tell my kids, hey, man, watch this, dude, and it's going to be good. They're going to look and say, Dad, why you got me watching this, man? This is bad. This is uninteresting. It doesn't have the focus that it needs to have with the storyline, man. Because I'm more sitting like, why are they doing that weird stuff? Why? Because there's no explanation for it. Who's going to explain them doing weird stuff?
I thought it was 7 episodes. I thought this was the last week, but if it's 8, I checked out last week, to be honest with you, man. Again, this is not a visual representation of the game, which I like a gamer. I checked out. So if anybody else out there watching it, have fun with it. I mean, I don't want to, don't let us discredit you if you like it, but
I don't think it's good, man. I don't think
it ain't for me, a gamer that actually likes the game. I can tell you that.
Now, I didn't get a chance to see Mission Impossible or Stitch, man, but I'm going to check them out tomorrow.
We about to talk about it on DA stream.
Man, DA, no, I didn't see it, man. I mean,
I'm talking about the gross box earnings, and how much it made and all that good shit. So
yeah, I'm hearing bad things about both movies. They're not enjoyable. I hear Mission Impossible is super boring, man, and that's sad. That's sad, dude.
Anybody in the chat, come join us over on DA's Nightcap. We about to switch it on over that way.
Yeah, we're gonna switch it
joining everybody.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna cut this one short, y'all. Thanks for checking this out. Just a little quick stream. I wanted to talk about my thoughts, man, because I was watching this thing and I was like, it is awful. But till be back, hey, check out my boy Rockefeller Plaza. Hey, you know where we be. I'm gonna check in more. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.